Welcome back to the Tractor Time with Tim Dream Shop build. We're making great progress and the building has really taken shape. If you're just joining us, we're building a large shop and office addition to our home.
The team's working on the office area today, going to try to frame that up. We've already had a little bit of a complication, mistake, mishap, whatever. Got special I-joists that'll span the entire 30 feet here. Unfortunately, we ordered the wrong height, and we thought that we were matching up 2x12s over here. Turns out we're matching up 2x10s, so it's a critical problem. So we've ordered new I-joists. They'll be ready at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's 8:30 right now, so that's going to kind of change the plans a little bit. Meanwhile, we're cutting out the existing block basement wall here. There's going to be a large LVL that's going to span this whole area. The I-joists will be the full 30 feet long, but they will have this LVL under the middle to help support them. That's going to make them easy to install and yet still have the support necessary to get the job done. What a beautiful morning this morning. No rain in sight.
Sun is bright this morning. That's our trash bin. I put it on the telehandler.
Yeah, that was my redneck idea so that we didn't have to pick up so many shingles off the ground. These LVLs have radically changed construction. Combined with the I-joist, it's making this floor construction simple and fast. And I'm not used to seeing the OSB rim board. Have always used a 2x12 or in this case 2x10 in the past.
How far apart are they?
16s, I think. 12 for this first one maybe, or maybe it's just the extra, I don't know.
So how long does it have to be?
29, 9 3/4.
29, 9 3/4.
That's right.
Oh, look at that. You can do 2 at a time.
The biggest complaint I've heard about I-joists is they might burn faster than traditional dimensional lumber. If we get to that situation, we're in pretty big trouble anyway. I think I'm going to like how solid the floor feels. 2x10 spanning 15 feet would create a little bit of give in the floor, I'm sure. We considered using a post frame style construction for this connector portion to our house. We discussed it a good bit with the builder. They didn't think the cost would be a tremendous amount different either way. Originally, we were going to build on a slab here, but later decided that a crawl space would be a better option because of all the utilities that need to go under the floor. I thought it might be easier to match up the house by using a regular stick-built construction approach. And while I was willing to use a post-stuck-in-the-ground approach for the main shop, I didn't feel as comfortable with that for the house-connected portion. So in the end, I was just more comfortable with a stick-built approach for the actual living space. The big shop? Well, from a budget standpoint, I just simply had to compromise. We'll see how it goes at the end of this project. Perhaps I can do an overall cost breakdown and show just how much we've had to pay for this whole thing and some of the other options we considered. At this point, I'm happy with the compromises and decisions that we've made.
Honk, honk, honk.
In addition to holding that rim board, I'm thinking, what else do I need to do before that subfloor goes on? It's not going to be nearly as easy to access that crawl space in just a few minutes.
Made in Canada.
I've been waiting for this.
Oh, cool. It's a light with our logo in it. That's cool.
We'll hang up this light somewhere in the shop and show you at a later date, but it just arrived in the mail and I couldn't wait to open it. Link in the description if you're interested. My moonlighting plumber, Dave, decided we should put some PVC under the floor before we covered it.
It says squeak free, guarantee. So I'm gonna call that company instead of you guys. That's weird, it almost sounds like foam. Ah, so this is tongue and groove. Only people that are upset now are the cats. They're not going to be able to get in that hole.
That's all right. They can jump in this one.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a way. That's true.
It's Tuesday of week 3 and made a lot of progress yesterday despite the difficulties with the I-joist. I was able to go to Indianapolis and pick up the right I-joist, and that kept us from having a total disaster yesterday. Still got the subfloor on, as you're seeing, and now we're working on the exterior walls, and I think the interior walls are going to go up before the trusses as well. I hope we've got our plan the way we want it.
Point of no return. I guess there's no turning back now, eh?
I think there was no turning back quite some time ago.
Alright, they're yours.
But I don't want them.
I would imagine this thing is about full.
Now I understand because of the camera angle you can see much better than I can. I can't see in there at all. So you're saying, why didn't you dump it further forward or further back or whatever? Well, I can't see squat. I'll have to get the excavator in there to tear it up. But I got them off the forks.
To the whole wall. It's being created on the floor. Hey, Tim! I think I need my ISOTunes this morning.
Yeah, 20% off, you know, for Father's Day.
And neither one of us have them out
Yeah.
here.
I have mine in my pocket.
Oh. Okay.
I should be using them because the nailing is quite
The nailing is loud.
Oh, and you get a free pair of ISOTunes socks if you order more than $149 worth of merchandise. Check them out. I suspect this is the best deal you'll get in quite a while.
Up and over.
Wow.
Rex and I could have built these walls in about a week.
Yeah. Look, Tim's working this morning.
Don't let the camera catch that. It'll ruin my reputation.
You know you secretly enjoy this too.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
I am glad I don't have to do it all myself. There's just no way I physically could do it.
No.
Check this out. I think this guy's been talking to Dave, giving the DeWalt the thumbs up there.
I'm standing in the back corner of the conference room. I won't be able to do that for long and actually see out the front. They're putting these walls up pretty fast.
I think they need the Schlegel.
Schlegel. That's the one Amish Dutch word that I've learned so far. Sledgehammer. This is a pretty stressful moment for me. We've got 4 or 5 guys here trying to put together interior walls, and I've got to make what seems like split-second decisions on where they go. Christy and I have done detailed planning with this Home Designer Pro software, but of course the building's not being built directly off these plans. I expected there would be variations from our measurements, and that indeed proved to be the case. It was difficult for me to get this software set up to perfectly match their building techniques.
Standing in the conference room, Tim's already using his phone to conference somebody.
And overall, we had a 3 or 4 inch difference in usable space. Thankfully, it was larger than I had predicted, so we were able to make it work.
You're standing right in the front door, and in order to get to the shop, you come in here. There's going to be a little kitchen on the left. Our offices are going to be over here. And if you want to get to the shop, you have to go through here.
You just told everybody the secret.
There is no front door to the shop. We want you to come where we are rather than just sneaking into the shop. All the inside walls are in.
Tim, you want to pull a little bit?
Sweet! Looked like you knew what you were doing.
Land down.
I missed a lot of this truss install. I had a conference call with one of our sponsor partners. So like you, I'm seeing it for the first time in this video. I find it mentally a bit of a challenge to go from just a hole in the ground to something that's fully covered in 1 or 2 days. I find myself just wanting to stop and stare at the results. You know, it wasn't long ago when this was just full of water. Not long before that, Dave and Bobby and I were digging the dirt out of it. And before that, my septic tank was there. Sometimes it's hard to get my head around just how fast it's moving. These trusses are on 2-foot centers, and they're 2x4s top and bottom. This view you can begin to see one of the challenges we had. Initially, the bottom face there on the rafters did not line up with the existing house. Somewhere the calculations went wrong. If you look close, you can see that on each end of the rafters, they've scabbed on some short 2x4s to extend that overhang by 2 or 3 inches, just enough to match the height of the existing house. This would have been a very minor issue. However, they had already ordered the steel pre-cut at a certain length. Yeah, too short. So we're not going to get the steel on today, but that's okay. There'll be another day. Matching up with that existing eave is very important to me from a look standpoint.
What's he doing?
Let's take a look from a little further distance. Does it match up with what the picture indicated it might? Is the tall shop portion going to totally overwhelm the house? Well, these are questions yet to be answered, but so far looks pretty good to me. We're allowing our pond to evaporate, lowering the water level so that we can be prepared for that geothermal install that's coming up a little later. We're working with Indiana Geothermal on what I think is going to be a very interesting install. These 2 trees in front, unfortunately, are probably both going to be gone. The wild cherry just to the right of the dumpster is probably in the way of our driveway moving forward, and the ash on the left, well, it's dying. I think it's beyond repair at this point. I believe this is 3/4 OSB. On top of those 2-foot centers, it should be fine, especially with that steel roofing over the top of it.
I'm standing in what will be the kitchen.
I hope you'll stick with us for the next portions of the build process. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff yet to happen. I don't think it's going to be boring. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you be secure. May there be peace within your walls and security within your citadels. For the sake of my family and friends, I will say, peace be within you.